So that's down. That's up. I'm gonna let y'all in on what we got going on here. We're about to do something that's really cool. We're gonna put a tarpon motor, like what they use on dump trucks to run the tarps, on this jack. And we're gonna turn this jack into yeah, it'd be perfect. And we'll have just a short collar on it, right? Yeah. And it'll be in essence an electric jack then. But this is a 1-inch shaft. That's a 3/4. I've got a 10/1000 over 1/8 thick tubing for this. Same thing on that for 3/4, 10/1000 over. We're gonna butt them together. We're fixing to cut these shafts off a little bit, and this works well. I had a guy up in New Albany, Mississippi, which is about 70. It's a little further than that. It's about 90 miles from me. He did this on his gooseneck, so I've got another one of these that we're going to install on my gooseneck too, on the gear reduction side of it, and it'll lift it. It'll lift it even with a load on it. The motor is crazy strong, and it's actually pretty fast too. So I'm just going to kind of film this along as we go, and Daniel's already got this one marked out where the holes line up on it. And there's the motor. The motor right there cost about 120 bucks. I was looking at about 500 bucks to put like an RV type electric jack on it. And then the guy up at, I believe his name's James Hill, I believe, sent me a video about one of these that he installed on his gooseneck. So that's what I opted to do. So the way that this thing worked too is when I ordered that tubing, they will sleeve over one another. I didn't plan it like that, but it's going to work like that, which is going to be great work. It's going to make it easy for us to line it up. So the 3/4 will slide inside of the 1-inch right there. And see the battery sitting right here. So it ain't gonna take any wires to get to the motor there. Burn right there. We on it right there. So you can slide this, slide that where we need to go. It's pretty good. I'm gonna say that's it right there. Because that shaft is going to be butting up against that other shaft now, which is fine. You got plenty of room to drill here, more room there. That's it, dude.
Is it going to take another brace here?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't think it would. If it does, I mean, we can weld it down there, and we can see what it looks like. If it does, we can just stick something in there and tack it to it. That's all. With that channel right there, that thing's going to be pretty rigid right there, and plus it'll have some support right there too on that. It's going to work, man. You want
hold on to it and I'll get the water.
Yeah, just turn it on, turn the gas on, pull it over here and get the ground. About to tack it. Yeah, we're recording. Just making sure. Wasn't sure. It's basically self-lining and self-up right there is what it's doing.
All the way up against that other shaft.
Yeah, it's all the way up against it.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna hit that first?
Yeah. In case we want to change our minds.
Okay. Oh yeah, as long as it moves, it's good.
Oh yeah. It's a nice fit on the pipe. Good job.
That was just an accident too. You gonna tack that down there now? You're just gonna leave it like it is.
I'm seeing right. I need to. Oh, that's money right there.
Good.
Might as well.
Tag it. So that's perfect because I'll have enough play right there. If I take this motor off, I'll be able to get to. I got enough play right there for everything to work.
They need to pull that off and go ahead and put a post in it. Drill a hole here.
Right.
This one don't matter, but that one we need to line up with that hole.
So.
So what you got there? 3/16.
Yeah, I mean, it don't need nothing. Just something small to hold it. He said any quarter to hold it probably.
Let's hold it right here.
I got the camera running up there now.
Okay.
So you start doing all your singing and
I try
stuff.
not to talk about your mom. I love it though, Welding. Still the Welding. Still in.
Free, ain't it? That's nice. That's gonna be.
Line the bolts up or make them crossways.
I'd make them crossways. Want to?
I don't turn
No. We can put them however, it doesn't matter.
it.
That'll be fine.
I have to eyeball that hose.
Where's it at? Do you know where it's at?
I ain't going in that one.
That's right, it's not one in that one. Yeah.
Got about an inch to hold in there.
Yeah. I'll probably put it about right in there. Center punch it. not the correct washers, but this is all I've got right here. Loctite.
Too.
Right there, dog. You gonna put some piece of filler metal in there, fill the gap in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to work the same.
Yeah. You can film your handiwork, show it to the boys at work no more. Alright, here we go, y'all. So, okay. So that's down. That's up. It's running it up faster than you can jack it up, I can tell you that.
It's a good deal.
It's slick as a whistle, ain't it?
Pretty strong.
So that's going to be Instagram, that's what it's going to be. So, you let off it.
Works like a charm. Are you doing swapping the hose?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is in that switch is you're just reversing from one side to the other. Is all you're doing. Yeah, that's all that switch is, man. So there it is, installed on it. That worked out perfectly. What I did is for the metal I got on a website called speedymetals.com, I believe that's what it is. And I ordered a 10 thousandths over ID for the 3/4 and a 10 thousandths over ID for the 1 inch. Never did I dream that they would fit inside of one another like that when I did that, and both of them are 1/8 inch thick. Worked out beautifully for that, and you got that done. All I need to do is wire it up, and of course that's going to be very simple because right here is the battery. So I will probably put the switch that works the jack inside this battery box. Pretty sure I'll do it. I may mount it on the face of it. I got to look at the switch and see how it is. But I bought all of this in a kit. This and off Amazon too. The Tarpon motor comes from a place right over here in Alabama. That's where it comes from. 50 to 1. It'll handle any weight you want to put on it. That's not going to be a problem. I've already seen that with my own eyes, what it'll actually do. Even on a loaded, very heavy gooseneck, it'll still work the jack on the gear reduction side of it, of the gearbox there. But I got a package here from Monkey Beaver, right there. I ordered something from them here. I'll open it real quick and let y'all see. All right, here it is. I've just got this wire, these wires temporarily run because I got to paint all of this stuff here and get that fixed up. I'll do that later. I have a ton of fool with it. Install the switch there. So watch it. This raise and there's lower. This is going to be so awesome because if I was going to put an electric jack on this thing from like an RV jack or something like that, it's going to run about $500. And I looked up, you can look in my Amazon link, and this Tarpon motor is on it. Like I said, it's a 50-to-1 gear reduction. It's extremely powerful, so it'll do the job. Even with a loaded gooseneck, it will still raise it. This goes on there, but you can get it bolts on right there. You can get all this off of Amazon, and it comes from Slocum, Alabama. That's where it comes from. So like I ordered it one day, I had it the very next day ground, and so that's a cool cool deal. But so we're gonna put this same, I've got another one sitting over there, we're gonna put that same motor on my gooseneck too tomorrow. But happy with it. It's gonna help me out a lot hooking and unhooking, because I hook and unhook a lot, people. So if you're like on this jack here, you don't have a gear reduction on the jack, you don't need it on this one on the chipper. You just hook it up straight to there. On the gooseneck, there's a gear reduction or a 2-speed gearbox on it. Hook it up on that side of the on the gear reduction side of the gearbox, or the 2-speed gearbox there. Hook it up right there and it'll work. It'll do fine. It beats having to try to get you some hydraulic landing gear, the cost of that plus all the hoopla that goes along with that. No biggie. On the gooseneck, I will need to put a battery on it to run the motor, and then I'll connect that back into the power wire from the truck to where it keeps the battery charged up and all that good stuff. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Daniel's a big help, so glad to have him back working. And so yeah, that's it, y'all. If you need any tree work, right down below is my email. Email me, cotton.3@yahoo.com. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.